Let us look at some questions where you will be given some linear equations and they are in two variables actually. You have to indicate them in their standard form and find out the value of a, b and c in such linear equations in two variables. So express the following linear equations in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 and indicate the value of a, b and c in such cases. Now, like you are given here, it is given that 2x plus 3y is equal to 9.35, where 35 is a non-terminating decimal, is something which you have to express in this form. And then you have to find out the value of a, b and c. You can write this question as 2x plus 3y minus 9.35 non-terminating is equal to 0. Now when you compare this with the standard form of a linear equation in two variable, what is the standard form of linear equation in two variable that you have? It is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Now here, if I just compare the values which are there, let me change the color of the pen. For a, the value is equal to 2. For b, on comparison of this, we get the value as equal to 3. For c, what will be the value? Will it be plus or will it be minus? Now here the sign is plus, here the sign is minus. So you can also write this as plus minus 9.35, where 35 is a non-terminating decimal. In other words, now when you have plus in both the signs, what is the value you are getting? You're getting minus 9.35, 35 being a non-terminating decimal. So in such cases, what you need to do is, you just need to put the relevant equation in the standard form of a linear equation in two variables and then just do the comparison at the relevant places. Be very careful when you have a plus or a minus sign, something like this, because most often when this kind of a question comes, this is where students tend to go wrong. Let's move on to the second part of this question. So in the second question, again, the equation given to you is x minus y upon 5 minus 10 is equal to 0. Comparing this with ax, what do you get? You can also write this equation as 1x, because x can be written as 1x, minus 1 upon 5 y. Why? Because 1 upon 5 into y is also equal to y upon 5 minus 10 is equal to 0. Now if I write the standard form, what do I have? Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. On comparison, again, the same process that I followed in the last question, I'm just doing it here as well. On comparison, I get the value of a is equal to 1. The value of b here I get equal to minus 1 upon 5 and c is equal to minus 10. The only different thing in this case was you had to write down y upon 5 as minus 1 upon 5 times y. So this was the catch in this particular question. Let's move on to the next one. So in the next question, again, what do I have? I have the equation minus 2x plus 3y is equal to 6. If I compare this with the standard form, ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Here the value of c is on this side, so I'll just get it here. So I can write this as minus 6 is equal to 0. And when I compare this, what is the value of a I get over here? It is minus 2. The value of b is plus 3. and the value of C is minus 6. That was pretty simple. Nothing to worry out here. Let's look at the next question. The next question again is x is equal to 3y. Now incidentally, in this question, all you have on one side is x is equal to 3y. If I move 3y to the other side of the equation, I will get x minus 3y is equal to 0. Now compare this with the standard form of equation. Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. But there is no c here. So can I write this as plus 0 is equal to 0? I mean, you can add 0 to any number and it will not make any difference to the life of any number, including that particular one. So here you can write this as 1x. So the value of a will be equal to how much? 1. The value of b will be equal to plus 3. Right or wrong? Wrong. Value of b will be minus 3. The coefficient of y here is minus 3. And the value of c is equal to 0. Moving on to the fifth part of this question. You have 2x is equal to minus 5y. Move on to the left side of the equation. You can get 2x plus 5y is equal to 0. Again, what is the standard form? Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. But there is no c over here. So can I write this as plus 0? Again, when I compare the coefficients, a is equal to how much? 2. B is equal to 5 because the sign is the same over here. I don't need to change anything. And c is equal to 0. Pretty simple, straightforward. Nothing to worry, nothing to think about. All that you need to do is whatever equation you have, just simply put it in this form. Do the comparison and that's all that you need to do. You're done with it. So let's move on to the next part of the question. 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now actually, if you look at it, there is only one variable which is given to you, which is x. There is no y here. My standard form of equation says I have to have ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. The value of c is here. The value of ax is here. But by is not given. Now tell me something. Can I write 0y is equal to 0? Or in other words, 0 into y is equal to 0. You will agree that is possible. And if that is possible, why can't I add this here? So if I just add 0 to both sides of the equation, this can be something which can look like 3x plus 0 plus 2 is equal to 0. But I can remove this 0 and I can write this again as 3x plus 0 into y plus 2 is equal to 0. Compare this with the standard form of the equation over here. What do you get? You get a is equal to 3, b here plus by is equal to 0, and c, because plus sign is here and c is here, so c is equal to 2. Nothing difficult. What was the difference here between this question and the other question? You did not had anything which was covering this part. Yeah? Let's move on to the next question. Y minus 2 is equal to 0. Now again, in this particular case, we do not have the x variable which is given. But I can always write this as 0 into x plus y minus 2 is equal to 0, because the value of 0 into x is equal to 0. If I compare this with the standard form of equation, and I'll be a bit quicker here, a will be equal to 0. The value of b will be equal to the coefficient of y, which is 1 in this case, and c will be equal to minus 2. Am I correct with the value of c? Or it should be plus 2. No, it has to be minus 2 because here the sign is minus. So with that, we come to an end of this particular exercise. Thank you for watching this video. If you want, you can subscribe to our channel, Arinjay Academy, and you can also go to our website, arinjayacademy.com, for more details. We have a lot of NCERT solutions which are available there for downloads. If you are a school and you would like to access these resources, you can write back to us and we will be definitely allowing you to use all the material that we have over here for the purpose of teaching your students. You can write us at arinjay2009@gmail.com. Our other contact details are available on our website, arinjayacademy.com. We'll be happy to help you. Look forward to hearing from you.